Hey! Hey, you wanna be in it? Okay. No, I'll leave you over there, okay? How's that sound? I'm currently in the GT4, but as you can see, okay, none of you guys probably noticed that, but this is a leather steering wheel. I did not change my steering wheel again. That's for sure. I'm in Charles's GT4, and it's been a really long time since I've driven a stock GT4. So I'm curious, like, exhaust, it's probably gonna be nice to not make noises. A, I'm gonna be ripping it around because I'm not scared. B, I have a tune, so I'm curious, like, if my tune actually made any more power, plus headers, if I'm, like, delusional, I don't know. Another thing, wait.
My car's faster.
Your car's faster? Yeah. Is that just, like, because you feel like it is? It's just, like,
yeah, you
like it better? Are you one of those guys who want me to keep your steering wheel here?
You're all good. If you have to move my steering wheel.
What if I keep your steering wheel, and then you keep my steering wheel? How's that sound?
Yeah.
Hey, no, but you're giant. You're gonna have to move my steering wheel. Oh my god. Wait, the exhaust button doesn't do anything.
No.
So my valves were broken when I got my car. So I pieced it together that when I had a stock exhaust, my valves were broken. So I was always under the impression that this button doesn't do anything. But I had to think it actually doesn't do anything.
No, so it does. You'll see.
Like, not really. Like, it does, I'm sure, but I can't hear it.
Yeah, you see that?
Huh. Okay.
No, you see that?
Immediately.
It's like dead. Yeah.
No. It's actually the exact opposite of what it should be. Okay, when you modify the GT4 with the tune and some headers, what should happen?
You get the power.
Where do you get it?
All over the place.
Well, theoretically, you should be getting it more high up. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, low RPM in this thing? Nothing. It doesn't do anything. My car has torque, a lot of torque, low RPM. You could be in like 3,000, push on it, and like it'll still put you back.
Yeah.
There's nothing. So that's one thing. That's our first realization.
Yeah, we've even got the AC on. Relax.
Oh, no, I feel it now. It was the air.
It was the air.
It was the air. Oh my god, bro, you like just don't get tickets in this. Like, the way you drive your car. Yeah, like right here. You still kind of have that like upper end pull.
These are the best angles that I was just getting.
Oh my god, that doesn't make any noise. Bro. Hey, thank you for letting me I'm like such a dick right now. Thank you for giving me reassurance that my car is fast.
Yeah.
Also, the good thing is, you are the easiest person in the entire world to up when it comes to car parts. Because I know you're gonna get in my car and you're gonna go home and just start ordering shit. I know you. So I'd like to preemptively apologize for what your night's gonna consist of and how much money you're gonna spend tonight.
Yeah.
Still a great car, but bro, I did not remember it being this quiet, like at all. You need some exhaust on this guy.
Maybe your eardrum are just like on.
Actually, no, your car pulls similar to mine at a high RPM.
It definitely needs a tune. It needs to be opened up.
You will get a lot of low RPM. Like, this thing is torqueless down low.
Yeah.
Kind of like on my M2. My M2 does not move. If I'm in like 2,000 RPM, I feel like I'm in comfort mode. And your car smells weird. It smells like it has cats.
Yeah.
I smell cats. So now Charles is driving. There's usually a cop sitting up here, so give it a second. What did you say?
Just a
It has a lot of...
It has a lot of like right here.
What is buh? Hey, good morning everybody. You know, we got the bun today. Grayson's wearing a whole Chrome Hearts tracksuit. Probably the most LA thing I've ever seen. We got Malad over here, the homie, Ani, GT4. We're going to Audi right now. I don't know why. This kind of turned like a random ass day where we're just cruising around. Malad does not know how to park. Ogara was closed, but inside they had 2 speed tails. There's people living here and sleeping maybe. 2 speed tails, a Regera, a Chiron, but no Artura. We kind of wanted to see the Artura. Me and Ani have never seen one. We're still in that boat, so whatever. There's an R6 in here, an R7 in here. There'll be some cool stuff. I don't know, just if you're car people, I mean, welcome. And welcome to Driven by Jordan. right front and center? You haven't seen one of these yet?
No, I haven't.
How good is this?
I've seen it out from the
It's so good. You like your E63s?
sedan.
Grayson, what car do you want after GT3?
F12 or G60.
Okay, I know insider information. This thing's gorgeous. You guys already seen one on the channel, I think, but if not, that's beautiful. This RS5 Sportback color is gorgeous. That's a new Sportback too, so it should have the new rear end that kind of looks like this. RSQ8, 6, and then a 7, and a Jordan. So, okay. Grayson claims he'd take an E63 over this.
Like whatever the trend is.
No, I agree with you.
Oh, something came out in the magazine. I like that.
No, that's actually the opposite because you're putting the magazine opinion out there. All the journalists say the E63. Have you driven this?
I pretty much had this car, just the wagon version.
Oh, you've driven this?
Yeah,
Whose?
the dealers.
You drove an RS7?
Yes.
And it wasn't awesome?
It was chill, but the E60 is a little quick.
Today, I was given a special gift. Today actually went a very interesting way. Today, I'm in an unknown location. I can't tell you guys where I'm at for other purposes relating to my other social media, but this morning when me and my girlfriend arrived at the airport, we were carless. 0 rental cars were available, nothing on Turo. There was no Ubers available. It was ridiculous. We were stranded. And then a buddy of mine told me he was able to get me a range for the weekend. Shout out. I don't really know too much in depth of what he does, but long story short, he has a bunch of cars for clients. And then he rolled up, and when he was 5 minutes away, he told me, I have a surprise for you. And then that was there. That, clearly, by the title of this video and by the thumbnail, is a 4x4 squared, a G550 4x4 squared. The back of it says G63. Now, if I'm an idiot, I shouldn't be an idiot. I'm very knowledgeable about cars, but there shouldn't be a G63 squared. That should just be a G550 squared, and they probably just slapped a G63 emblem on that. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'm an absolute idiot, and you can give me a crap for that. But I've loved this car for a very long time, so we're gonna hop in it. I'm gonna tell you guys kind of my experience with it since I have been driving it for a couple hours, and then we'll actually do some drive. So I spent about, how many think, 4 or 5 hours in this car? Oh, my door's open, that's fun. I've literally done exactly what I'm supposed to do with it. Minus exactly what I'm supposed to do with it. Because exactly what I'm supposed to do with it is take this car through some mountain trail, and there are many mountains around me. I mean, you guys saw them. But this is not really my car to put it to the proper use that it's supposed to be. Okay, long story short, besides that, the other good use of this car, it's a good daily. Like, it's massive, but it's kind of slim, but like not really. But like, it's not the worst car in the world to park, but it's pretty up there. You're high up, it's safe, it's comfortable, the ride is nice. You could roll over cars if they get in front of you.
Can't fit in parking garages.
You definitely can't. That's one of the inconveniences. We'll get to the inconveniences. And I also realized that if I were to get in an accident with a car or I rear-ended a car, I would go over him. I would jump him or absolutely monster truck directly over him. So that's a plus. Not for the other guy, but for me. So for those who don't exactly know what this car is, this is essentially the Mercedes G-Class, the G-Wagon, just bulked up more than you can even essentially do yourself to a normal G-Wagon. There are people who do really massive lift kits on G-Wagons, even extend the fenders out. I don't even think I've seen a G-Wagon lifted this high, and let alone with fenders this wide. This car comes like this. What you guys just saw is the natural body of this vehicle. This is a G550 4x4 squared. So it's not a G63, but it is supposedly a product of AMG. The engine in this car is the bi-turbo V8, the twin turbo V8 that they use across a lot of their cars. I'm not sure if it's the twin turbo V8 you get in the E63S. I'm not sure if it's the twin turbo V8 you get in a C63, but it definitely makes a lot of power. This car isn't the fastest car in the world, but for a car this big that must weigh probably nearing 5,000 pounds, if not more, the thing picks up. The tires are so big though on this car that you it tries to get away from you. Not in the way that an M3 tries to get away from you, not in the way that a 458 tries to get away from you, but in weird ways. It just wants to go and grab on the road, and it's kind of funny. It's not really a car you're gonna be street racing, but it picks up. It's very luxurious on the inside.
Street racing's illegal.
Yeah, we would never, I actually don't actually street race like kind of ever, to be honest with you guys, because I'm a grandma-like driver. Prior to this video, prior to being technically surprised with this car, I have been obsessed with this car. There's some sort of presence that this car has on the road that you do not get with literally anything else. I have this theory. Well, it's not really a theory because I've seen it before. When this car rolls up next to a Bugatti Veyron, or even a Chiron for new day and age sake, this car makes that car look, I don't want to put it in a vulgar way, but like a little bitch. This thing is so big and so mean and monstrous. It's literally just a monster truck. So you can put anything next to it, and this is what you're staring at for the most part. Wondering what it is. The amount of looks this car's been getting all day is absolutely hilarious. Like, you'd never think a giant G-Wagon would be getting looks like this, but like, people rarely see cars this large. All day, I've been driving by Jeeps. I've been calling them whittle wanglers. I'll drive by trucks, and they're whittle. They're little bitty trucks. F250s, F350. I drove by an F350. It was small. I was looking down on the guy. He was offended. But the moral of the story is this: if you want a car that's safe, that rides super high up, that you can take on trails, not sure you'd want to take your $250,000 mega SUV monster truck on a trail, but that's up to you. I mean, that's what it was technically built for. You want it to sound like a diesel truck on steroids, even though it's not diesel. This is for you. And I think the you is also me. This is for me. I want one of these. Always wanted one of these, but after driving it, sometimes you either still want a car, you don't want a car anymore. I still want one of these.
It doesn't have cup holders.
It has one cup holder. It's not really a cup holder, it's like a netted cup holder, but hey, that counts.
If you had anything that wasn't in a bottle of toast.
I don't know. I'd say the cup holders in my Porsche GT4 are worse. Those things terrify me. I just use them for the principle of the cup holder, but they're not actually functioning. One thing that I kind of have come to the conclusion about this car, and I'm going to explain why I think I might be right and why I think I might be wrong, or why I could maybe be wrong. I think this is actually going to be an investment, a long-term investment. If you look at what the Defenders have done, if you look at what the old Lamborghini truck did, the original like actual SUV Lamborghini, I forget the name of it, has some weird name. Not a Urus, it's not a truck. I don't know why people call that a Lam truck. It's not a truck, okay? It's an SUV. Not a pickup SUV, it's just an SUV. It's a good SUV. I think this car is gonna be collectible. It just can't not be. Like, what other car in 20, 30 years, 40 years, are we gonna look back on that had this type of meaty presence? This makes the new biggest form of the Bronco look tiny. And supposedly, which from what I've seen in person is not so true, that car is supposed to make the biggest version of the Wrangler look tiny. This makes a lifted Gladiator look tiny. This thing makes about anything besides like a super duper lifted F350 look tiny. And I don't think there's really any need to make that car look tiny. And I just think it's not only the size of it, but the way it's shaped, what purpose it serves, what it was in time, right? There is no other car you can purchase like this. There's just not. I actually want to take a second to think about it from right, but there's just no way I'm not. Like, what other car comes from factory looking like a monster truck like this car? Just about nothing. I think it's going to be good value. I mean, right now they've already depreciated a ton. You can pick one up for, I want to say, somewhere around 200, maybe a little below, maybe a little above, which is a ton of money. But at the same time, I think these could be big. These could be just collector's cars in the future. I mean, they didn't make too many of them. I just imagine in 20 years looking back on a car this monstrous, that looks this good, and is along the same lines of like the rugged Defender and a car that slammed the door and it sounds like you're slamming a safe. I just think it could be good value. Now, with that being said, only if and but that could affect what I'm saying is if, which I was wondering today, if they are going to do a facelift to this. They facelifted the G-Wagon, and I have heard nothing but good things about the new G-Wagon. The new body is supposedly, the chassis is different, supposedly the engine's different. I think maybe even the transmission's different. Again, don't quote me on any of that. I'm not trying to act like I know it all. I definitely don't know all that about G-Wagons, but what I do know is that I have driven the old gen G-Wagon, this generation of the regular G-Wagon, and it's pretty horrible, in my humble opinion. But if they do a facelift to this, and they do what they did to this, that they did to the new generation G-Wagon, then I think that'll be even more collectible, and I really doubt they're just gonna keep producing this car. It just doesn't seem logically correct, but if they do, okay, maybe that'll change everything. But if they don't, and I still think this will definitely be a car to buy and just have in a big collection. Are you laughing at me stuttering? Okay, I want to purchase one before I think it's gonna go up. I just can't imagine these not going up. They're cool. They're so cool. And so pointlessly cool. I found the perfect parking job. There's all these sideways parking and it's closer to our hotel. Look at this. Oh my God. Hello, beautiful. This is what it's like, okay? This is me. And I'm athletic, you know what I mean? I'm like a star or whatever, so like, and then you gotta grab something, right? You grab that. I don't really need to, you know, because again, I'm an athlete, but like, yeah. Like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna be a ghost all morning. This is our final day out here. We return the car later. The car has been absolutely amazing. The only things with the car is it does have bigger tires on it, and it does kind of rub when you crank the wheel a lot. This car does have 47,000 miles on it. This could be one of the higher mileage 4x4 squares out there. So obviously, I think a newer, better example of this car would feel a little better. That's kind of how it goes. Like when I had my R8, a buddy of mine had driven my R8 and said he'd driven another R8 gated with with way more miles, and like, I mean, as cars go on with time, typically they start to kind of feel a little less composed. I guess that doesn't really apply to all cars, but I could imagine on something like this, it'd feel a little more sturdy if it was new. I don't know. The car's great. I drove it on the freeway last night. Also, it kind of needs an alignment, and on a car like this, when it needs an alignment,
right.
Like if I slam on the gas on this thing, each tire grips in like a different direction and wants to take me everywhere. So it's not really a car that you like literally gun it, but also it does pick up pretty quick, and it is like, for how massive this car is, it gets around surprisingly quick. And if it was my car, I would do ridiculous things and climb up curbs and just things that I wouldn't do in this car since it's not mine. But this is like kind of the final review of I mean, I want one. Like, I literally want one. I think that's a good end of a review of a car. Like, I still really, really want one of these. And I think when the new ones get released, unless I go rich, which I probably will, you'll be able to pick up one of these for even cheaper, especially since the difference of the G-Wagon from the new gen to the old gens
G-Wagon
is huge. Then the difference between this and the new 4x4 squared, again, there are some release hints on the internet, so it should be coming. Then the difference should be pretty big. And if the difference is that big, then the values of these are going to go down a little bit, and the new ones should be an incredible car. Especially, I've seen people do like conversion kits and make like the front end of this kind of look more like the new facelifted G-Wagons, and that is what the new 4x4 squared is going to look like. Maybe they'll put a bigger engine in it. Should be super, super cool, so I'm really excited. I do actually want one. And I would like to announce we are... No, I'm just kidding. We'll put that in the next video. Okay, bye guys. Love you. Subscribe, and I'll...
I said it.
I know, but I bleeped it, okay?
I don't think you did because you were over talking.
Well, we are...
moving.
Whatever. We're moving. Bye.